Hi, I'm Frank Cottrell-Boyce and I'm the UK Waterstones Children's Laureate. It's my badge. I've written books like Millions and Framed and The Astounding Broccoli Boy and The Wonder Brothers. And I love writing books for children because the books that I read as a child, the books that I read when I was 9, 10, 11, 12, they've really stayed with me. And when life has been difficult as a grown-up, I've been able to just look back at those books and feel happy again. So I'm really aware of the strength and the happiness that I got from those books, and the idea that I could create something that would do that for you is an amazing thought. I'm the 13th UK Children's Laureate. There's been other laureates before me, like amazing people like Mallory Blackman and Michael Rosen and Michael Morpurgo and Cressida Cowell and Joe Coelho. And we get to just run around the country talking to children about how brilliant books are and listening to children talking about their favourite books. So it's just 2 years of absolute joy. We also get a medal, like an Olympic athlete. I haven't got my medal yet, but I'm very excited about the prospect of my medal. The story of how I became a children's author is a bit of an unusual one because I was a screenwriter. I wrote lots and lots of films, and one of the films I wrote was called Millions, which is the story of two little boys who find a bag full of money. And that film was getting ready to be shot when I went out for a meal with the director, Danny Boyle, and we talked about books, and especially we talked about how much we both love children's books. And he said, "Why don't you write a children's book?" And I said, "Oh, I've never really had an idea for one." And he said, "Two little boys found a bag of money. Pretty good idea for a children's book." And I'd never thought of writing it as a book. And I ran home, left the coffee on the table, and just started writing straight away. And I've never really looked back. Sometimes you just need someone to give you that little push. If I was not an author, I would definitely be an astronaut. The only other thing I've ever wanted to do was go to space. I'm just about old enough to remember men walking on the moon. And when I was writing my book, Cosmic, I had the enormous privilege of talking to someone who had walked on the moon, Commander Alan Bean. And the more I talked to him, the more I wanted to be an astronaut. I still want to be an astronaut. So if any of you grow up to be rocket scientists and you think to yourselves, you know what would be a really interesting experiment would be to send a really old author into space and see what he made of it, I'm right there. People often ask me advice about how to be a better writer, and it's the same advice that I would give if you wanted to be a better brain surgeon or footballer or baker or a better parent or a better friend or a better teacher. Just read a lot. Read a lot. It'll make you happier, and the happier you are, the better you'll be at whatever it is that you're doing. You must never, ever ask me what my favourite of my own books is, because that is like asking me which is my favourite of my children. And of course, I don't have favourites. They're all different. They've all got kind of different memories. To be absolutely honest, I think my favourite book is always the one that I'm working on, because I'm always hoping that next is best. I've got so many different favourite children's books. I love any book with a map in it, so The Wizard of Earthsea or Lord of the Rings, anything like that, or even Millie Molly Mandy, which has got a beautiful map in the front. But my favourite actual individual book is this one. It's called The Kingdom of Under the Sea, and it's by Joan Aiken and Jan Pienkowski. It's the very first book that I bought with my own money, and it's unbelievably beautiful. Look at these, and you can see how much I've loved it, because when people say I love you to bits, I've actually loved this into bits. It's fallen to pieces, but I've still got it all these years later, and all I have to do is pick it up to feel a bit happy again. So that's what I'm saying to you about books. The physical, this little book means everything to me, and it's a book about magic, and for me it is magic, because I literally just have to pick it up and I'm a child again. I'm inviting you to join me in a massive online event this autumn where I'll be talking about my books and books generally and the wonder of reading. And all the details are there on the Book Trust website. And your teachers will also find their amazing kind of activities to go with the event. See you then.